think I found the trifecta of complexion products. So today we're going to be testing and reviewing the brand new Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer and the new Easy Blur Foundation. I had no intention of reviewing this, but oh my gosh, when I saw it on my friend Clara Barrera's complexion, I knew I had to test it out for our over 50 skin. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. How are you? It's fall, it's so beautiful outside, and I couldn't wait to dive into this review. I know I promised the RMS Sun Cover Up Super Tint. It actually arrived yesterday, and you know me, I really wanted to test it out to make sure it works for our mature skin. But in the meantime, oh my goodness, like I said, I had no intention of testing out these products, but I was watching Clara Barrera. You know she's a really good friend of mine. When I saw her try on these products, I was like, oh, I've got to try it. So I went ahead and ordered it off the Sephora website, and I've been testing it out every single day this week, and I can't wait to share my results with you. So be sure you stay till the end to see if it's really that good. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. I saw Clara Barrera's video and I was so mesmerized how beautiful it looked on her skin. And I also want to give a shout out to my friend Beauty by Des from across the pond. She recommended the Laura Mercier brow pencil in the shade Warm Brunette, and she swore up and down it's so easy to fill in the eyebrows and it looks natural. I had to purchase it, and I did. Thanks for the recommendation, Beauty by Des, but I'll be sure to put both Clara and Beauty by Des's channel in the description box below. Please check them out. They're such beautiful ladies, and they come up with such fantastic content. But let's check out what the specs are on the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. This is made in Korea, and it's best for dry, combo, normal skin. Now, if you're new to my channel, I do have normal to dry skin, hyperpigmentation, melasma, redness, fine lines, and pores. We all have pores, we all have texture, but if we can get a little help from a good primer, I think that's just half the battle. It's definitely jelly, and it has like a slight pink color to it. Yeah, and I don't smell anything, but it's very jelly-like. The highlighted ingredients are milk thistle extract, which is an antioxidant rich that soothes oily skin. I don't have oily skin. It also contains glycerin and polymers that blurs appearance of pores and smooths the texture. But the first ingredient is water, and this is kind of fun to play with. I'm gonna start out in the center of my face where I have my most texture and my pores. And it's very similar, even though it's a different type of consistency, to the Conceal and Perfect Milani. Very jelly-like, and it's got that same cooling sensation. This does feel very light and refreshing. I'm gonna go ahead and bump my lights down to 20% so you can see if this is actually blurring. This is one side with the primer. Let it work its magic. Is it blurring? Is it blurring? And without. Now remember, this is a matte finish, so it's not going to leave your skin glowy. I'm going to take the remainder of the primer and go ahead and apply it. Now, while the primer is absorbing into the complexion, I want to read up on the Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation. It retails for $37 and it comes in 29 shades. It contains 1.5% niacinamide, which used over time, it's supposed to naturally brighten the skin. It provides medium coverage, it's fragrance-free, and it's supposed to provide a natural finish, and of course, pore blurring silica. Interestingly enough, again, the first ingredient of the foundation is water, and the second ingredient is cyclopentasiloxane, which is just another fancy word for silicone. So you're supposed to get that really beautiful, smooth, blurred out look. I got the shade Custard 220N. Again, I picked it out online and I just kind of went with it, but I think this is a pretty decent shade match. I'm gonna add a fairly decent amount so you can see what the consistency is like. Very serum-y like, quite runny. So let's go ahead and apply it to the center of the face. I'm gonna take a healthy dollop, if you will. And this is fragrance-free as well. It has a slight fragrance, but you can't really tell. So I'm concentrating in that area where I need the most coverage. And then I'm just gonna fan it out. And this is so serum-y and thin in consistency, you can actually go up towards the under eye area without it caking up. And now I'm gonna take my BK101 foundation brush and just kind of stipple it in. Okay, here we are at 20% of lights, plus I have a little bit of the sun coming in through the window. Look at that coverage. I think custard is a really good shade match for me, and even though it's a foundation, it feels super lightweight on the complexion, but this is very nice coverage, very skin-like. So let's go ahead and apply it to the left side. I mean, you're definitely gonna get coverage with this foundation. And then again, take my foundation brush and just stipple that in. Take what's ever left on the brush and just tap the forehead. This is looking so beautiful. I wouldn't say skin-like. I hate saying that word anyway, but it's just providing such beautiful medium coverage, and I don't see it settling into my pores. It's been a while since I've tried any of Huda Beauty's products in terms of complexion products, but this one sounded too good to be true, and you know me, I have to check it out. This is what we're looking at. It looks really smooth on the skin, I have to give it that. But since I have a little bit left on the back of my hand, let's see if we can add a little bit more without running the risk of getting overly cakey, and see how far I'm going up towards my eye. It's that thin in consistency where you can go that high up and not worry about cakiness. I don't care what product you're using, if you're using a foundation or a skin tint or even a powder foundation, it's all in the method of application, how well you work it into the skin, how well you blend it out. But this is just so pretty on the skin. This is looking so promising. It is so pretty, but let's go ahead and apply the rest of our makeup. For concealer, I'm just gonna go in with my usual, my Say Slip Tint concealer. I know you're sick and tired of me saying that, but it's just that good of a concealer. And when I test out complexion products, I like going back to old faithful products. It is a serum concealer, and it also has niacinamide in it as well. But it's just the perfect consistency. It's a very serum-y like concealer. And since this foundation is very thin in consistency, I thought it would be a perfect matchup. Concealer, foundation on. Everything looks good. Everything is blended super well, so there's no cakiness around the under eye area. It just kind of blends seamlessly into the Easy Blur foundation. Primer, I don't know, you guys, this primer is so promising. It really is. Is that a cat here? I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some bronzer. I'm gonna go in with the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in Deserve Butter. This is such a good, affordable bronzer. It smells delicious, like cocoa. Add a little bit more color and dimension back into the face. And I have tried this foundation this week with cream bronzers, powder bronzers, and they do well with both. Then I'm just gonna add a little bit of cream bronzer to the nose, and I'm gonna use a slightly angled brush, and I'm using the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer in Hey Honey. And then I like to just go ahead and hit it right through there, contour the nose at the same time. I don't know why, but I've been really enjoying putting my bronzer on this way and kind of contouring at the same time because I have a very flat face. So I gotta put some contour, I gotta put some dimension in there, right? Okay, so now that I am bronzed up, this looks great. Plus, using the cream bronzer is not moving any of the product around on my nose. For blush, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Primer Infused Matte Blush in the shade Always Tempting. This is perfect for fall. It looks kind of intimidating in the pan because it's like a deep berry, but it looks so pretty on the skin. Let me swatch it for you. But let's go ahead and apply that to the cheeks. Oh, and if you get a little heavy-handed with the blush like I did, just take your foundation brush and just blend that in. This looks really nice, very promising. The combination of the blush and bronzer looks seamless. I have that beautiful rosy cheek, but also some warmth and definition in my face, so I don't look so flat anymore. I kind of like contouring my nose. It's fun. Now that I have the majority of my complexion products on, I want to do a very simple eyeshadow look. And if you haven't tried the Ulta Beauty Bouncy eyeshadow yet, specifically in the shade Coffee Cake, you are missing out. This is so affordable. I love using this eyeshadow for a one and done look. It's got that taupey look, but then it kind of shifts to like deep lavender, but I'm gonna hit right above my crease and just tap it in. It's got a really unique texture and it's so easy to apply. And it's, oh, so beautiful. I love this eyeshadow. It's perfect for the fall, perfect for those one and dones. It doesn't show a lot of texture on the eyes either. And then I just like taking a clean brush and then softly blending that. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Essence Play and Stay Gel Eyeliner in the shade Very Berry and just tight line. My typical eyeshadow look these days, just a one and done, a little bit of eyeliner. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a coat of mascara, and today I'm just gonna go in with the City Beauty Beyond Mascara. This is actually a mascara that's good for your lashes. It contains biotin and keratin to nourish them, so let's just go ahead and throw on a quick coat. For lips, I'm torn. Do I want to put on the NYX Filler Instinct in the shade Sugar Pie, or do we want to go with the classic, the Oh Satin Face lipstick from e.l.f. in the shade Drive? I am feeling super folly, you guys. Oh, that is so pretty. Ooh! You guys, you know I'm not a lipstick kind of girl, but the Oh Satin Face lipstick from e.l.f., totally worth it. I believe this retails for $9, but I'll be sure to put all the products in the links listed down below. Now, if you do click on those links, it does help out my channel a little bit, but if you don't, that is cool too. But man, this is a good lipstick. The last product in the trifecta is, of course, the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Powder. A lot of us are kind of leery about baking our complexions, where you add a huge, ridiculous amount of powder on the face, you let it bake, and then you brush it off. I like to take a tiny bit of powder and just press it into the areas where I want to set my makeup. And I have this in the shade Cherry Blossom Cake. It has a slight pink hue to it. So funny. I was preparing for this video all week. I wanted to try all three products together, see if it truly is the trifecta of complexion products, and I could not find this powder. Well, Miss Ava had taken it. She's like, but Mom, it's really good. And I'm like, I know. I'm gonna have to get her this powder for Christmas. As you can see, it's pink, and pink is going to slightly brighten that area where you're gonna apply it. Cute little Huda Beauty heart-shaped powder puff. I'm gonna take some, and I'm gonna tap off the excess right there. And then I'm just gonna press it right under there to set my concealer. You can see the powder flying, but it just naturally brightens that area and then sets the concealer. Again, just taking a tiny bit. You don't need a lot. And here we are with the final look. What do you think, guys? I think we came out with a very pretty, simple, classic fall look. The complexion is looking smooth. It still looks hydrated. I think with the combination of all three products, you're getting a smooth, blurred out finish. But let's turn down the lights and see exactly what it looks like. Everything looks good, everything looks blurred out, but I like to go out in natural lighting, bad lighting, fluorescent lighting to see how the product looks and performs throughout the day. Bear in mind, these lights are blowing everything out. That's why I like to turn down my lights and show you exactly what real skin looks like. Real skin of a 57-year-old. Is this the trifecta of complexion products? We will see, and I'll let you know by the end of the day, but let's go out in natural daylight and see exactly what it looks like. We are currently outdoors. It's natural sunlight. This is such a gorgeous fall day. A leaf just fell right before I filmed. I'm like, dang it, why didn't it capture that? But I wanted you to see what it looked like in natural daylight, natural sunlight. The humidity's not that bad. It is September. I'm so excited. This, you guys, looks so pretty on the skin. I know I was a bit generous with the foundation, especially through here, but you know what? I want to test this baby out. I want to see how far I can push it. And it's one of those foundations where you really have to get into it and see what works best for you, especially in application. But you guys, this is so pretty. This is like almost e.l.f. soft glam finish pretty. And you know, that's my favorite foundation so far of 2024, which makes me think I want to do a roundup of all the foundations that I've tested out this year, rank them. But you guys, Easy Blur, I don't know. I have a really good feeling about this, as well as the primer. I've been like getting some really good products recently. I don't know why, but this is looking absolutely stunning. But yeah, this is just the first hour in. It's looking very good. It's looking promising. It's very smooth. Gorgeous day out here. But yeah, so I will do another check-in and see where we're at. But this is it. So it's been over 5 hours since I first applied the primer and the foundation from Huda Beauty. And I gotta tell you something. My office curtains are drawn. The golden hour light is coming in, as you can see. And it is just a beautiful foundation. Is it blurring? I would say yes. It really does look smooth right through here. And even though it's a medium to buildable coverage type of foundation, it feels super lightweight. Remember, it's that really light serum-y texture, so it glides on super smooth. And with the addition of the primer, it just kind of works in tandem with each other. They really do work well off of each other. But I'm telling you, this is a foundation that looks better as the day goes on. I love foundations like that, where your natural oils mix in with it and it just kind of blends as one. And it really is one of those types of foundations. This is, I think, the 4th day I've been testing it. And every single time I have the same result, like around the 5th, 6th, 7th hour. It just looks so good. This is great light, natural light, so we could see every nook and cranny. And it's so smooth right through here. But yeah, it was a busy afternoon for me today. I went to Aldi. Do you guys have Aldi? I love that grocery store. I know this sounds so silly and mundane, but we started shopping at Aldi about 6 months ago. You never know what you're going to find. It's kind of like TJ Maxx, but for food. But you always walk out of there saving a lot of money, and the produce is beautiful. The proteins are interesting. Like, I always get the chicken there. I always get chicken there, but sometimes you can find some really good cuts of fish like cod and salmon. We love our seafood. Yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about food. Maybe because I'm hungry. But yeah, I had a really good afternoon of doing my errands, and I did come back and eat lunch. Biscuits and gravy, baby. We're in the South. It was delicious. I had it for breakfast and I had it again for lunch. And the lipstick did really well, although I did put on top of it the NYX Filler Instinct lip balm in Sugar Pie. This is a gorgeous lip balm, so pretty. But I just put it right on top just to freshen up the look of the lip. It does have a little plumping effect and it's kind of minty, but I think it was the perfect thing to throw on top of the O Satin Face lipstick from e.l.f. when it wore off gracefully. But this is great for hydrating as well. But yeah, this is where we are at 5 hours. Looking very good. Super happy with this product. I want you to see what I look like at the beginning, middle, and end. I think it's very telling when you review a product. That's why I love doing this. It doesn't look heavy on the skin and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And that's what I love about this. So let's give it a few more hours and I will give you my final thoughts and I'll check back with you in a couple of hours. And we're back. It's been over 8 hours since we first applied the new Easy Blur Primer as well as the Easy Blur Foundation from Huda Beauty, and I'm ready to share with you my final thoughts, how it performed throughout the day, and see if it's worth that hefty price tag. But before we get into those final thoughts, let's see exactly how this looks at the end of the day and if it's still blurring and still smoothing. I'm really impressed with this, but more so the foundation. Primers, you know, you can find a lot more affordable primers because this primer, the Easy Blur, does retail for $29, so keep that in mind. It's also made in Korea as well as silicone free. But I think the real star of this video is definitely the foundation. With medium to buildable coverage, 1.5% niacinamide, and that milk thistle antioxidant, it really does make a difference in my complexion. We finished it off with the Easy Bake translucent powder from Huda Beauty. This powder, I had forgotten how good it is because I do wear glasses throughout the day, and I noticed using that setting powder, I usually get little dents. You know what I mean? Like little eyeglass marks where my glasses rest on the bridge of my nose. I don't get that with the Easy Bake loose powder, but it is a finely milled powder that really sets the face in place, that makes it look super smooth. I do love the combination of the primer, the foundation, as well as the loose powder. But do you need all three? If you're really interested in any of these products, I would probably go for the foundation. The foundation is absolutely beautiful. Remember, it does retail for $37. It comes in 29 shades, and it really ranks up there with my Soft Glam foundation from e.l.f. You know that is my holy grail. I don't know. This looks pretty good. This is going to give e.l.f. a run for its money, but what do you think, guys? But yes, those are my thoughts on all three products from Huda Beauty. What do you think, guys? Are you thinking about picking any of these products up? Let me know down in the comments section below. And don't you fret, I am going to be working on the RMS Sun Cover Up Super Tint SPF 50. That's going to be in my next video. I really want to give it some love and attention and see if it really works for our mature skin, because this is expensive and I want to make sure I can recommend or not recommend this product to you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.